She cheated on me, right? I don't find it realistic that you wouldn't got it during 10 years. I have read it has been undetected over 20 years. I tried to Google it. I couldn't find real proofs. All of the sites said it can be undetected for years. None of them gave limit nor what would reveal it after all of those years. Also, they said most of times there is no symptoms, so I couldn't find a proof that it couldn't be undetected 10 years either. Anyway, I recommend you to talk with your doctor before talking to her. Do not trust Reddit with something as important as this. It can stay dormant for a few years without symptoms or flare-ups, but 10 years sounds improbable. TooAfraidToAsk. Chlamydia can absolutely go unnoticed for years. Not sure if 10 years is likely. Do you have any children? She'd have been tested during pregnancy. Chlamydia is a sexually transmitted disease, meaning the person gets the infection by vaginal, oral, or anal sex. Please make sure to check yourself in a few weeks again. Chlamydia sometimes takes a while to be noticed for some. Talk to a doctor. Maybe someone who specializes in STD. The internet might be right. But with a 10-year relationship on the table, I would take it to a professional. It is possible to get it chlamydia with no sexual contact, but the odds are pretty small. I think you're the one who has a better idea of if she cheated or not. Chlamydia is often asymptomatic in women. So yes, it could have been dormant. I also know someone who had a false positive chlamydia test. She didn't believe the first one and got tested again at the doctor and it was negative. So it's possible she has a false positive or you have a false negative. Yes, she has some issues downstairs, but depending on what they are, there can be other non-STD causes. Make sure you are absolutely certain of things before you accuse her of cheating. Why are you asking Reddit? Ask your doctor. Ask a physician, not Reddit. She cheated. She is a liar. You would have been infected if you've had unprotected sex. Unless she held a koala bear that urinated on her. Apparently, the koala population has a lot of chlamydia, and there was another couple on Reddit where they had a routine STD test done and both had chlamydia, but both swore no cheating happened. It ruined their relationship for years before they found out the koala thing. One of them had picked up a koala and gave it water during a wildfire, and it urinated on him and probably gave him chlamydia since he didn't shower for a few days. Music festival. And they were intimate. A quick Google search says it is, in fact, possible to remain dormant for up to 20 years. So it is not even out of the realm of possibility that you were the one to infect her. So, if this relationship is very important to you, go slow and get all the facts, especially from actual doctors. Yep, she cheated, bro. Sorry. This right here is why you get routine tests if you're sexually active but not in a long-term relationship. If you'd both had negative tests up to and shortly into the relationship, then there would be a lot more evidence to fall back on. Yes, it can remain dormant for many years. But if she's had a test at all between when you started dating and now, then fall back on that. It is detectable even if dormant. So if the test was negative, then she has gained it since. Which in almost all cases means she cheated. Even if she got tests before you started dating. Photo that for info. Rarely it can be transmitted other ways, but that's very, very rarely the case. Unless she's had tests, then there's no way to be certain when she got it. Which means you may never know for sure. Likely chances are though, yes, she's cheated. Maybe she got it from riding on a tractor in her bathing suit? Yes, she cheated. If you've been together for that long and having sex with each other, then you would have gotten it too. So she must have contracted it somewhat recently. Get yourself tested again in a few weeks, as sometimes it takes a little bit to show up on a test. This is a tough one that will come down to trust. It's not impossible that it went undetected for that long, but very unlikely. You testing negative is the biggest factor here. No way you slept together for 10 years and didn't get it. Those two together. Cheating is definitely on the table. That being said, you may never truly know unless she tells you. The stability of the relationship beforehand is important. If everything was good, and you think you can continue forward without letting distrust sink in, then that could be a good option. If you're worried about it, the doubt almost certainly will damage the relationship. Chlamydia can have no symptoms at all, hence why it's one of the most common STDs. Men are more likely to have symptoms of it than women. This is why people scream get tested regularly. Why don't you call your doctor instead of asking Reddit? It doesn't matter, you're not going to trust her anyway.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. TooAfraidToAsk is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.